I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
And today we'll be discussing and playing Instacrime Casino.
Ooh.
Michael and I have played case number 1, the Instacrime, it was like murder in a hotel or something.
Yeah.
A few murders, maybe.
I don't remember exactly.
I know, I don't remember. So it was like the first one, the first case that they did, and we gave them a lot of input and how it would be more interesting to incorporate the Sherlock type of scoring into this game as well, because they didn't have that before, and they took our suggestion, and in the second one they've decided to have a whole new scoring system.
That's good.
I know, and it's gonna.
I feel responsible for that.
Excited. So they took. I was just so happy that they listened to us, because I love this Instacrime series that they've created here. It's using photography to help put a timeline into place on what's happening. This is revolving around a casino.
Which automatically goes up one point on your list.
It's so awesome. It's so awesome. I'm so excited to try this one out. We'll invite the chat to help solve our crimes timeline in order as well. But we'll have Michael explain the game. Before we start playing, I'll put up a little spoilers so you guys can get a feeling for how the game is played out. And then...
Because once you play this, it's played for you.
It's played. You'll know the answer.
It's like playing an unlock game.
The unlock game
or exits.
Or the Sherlock series that GDM also does. It's basically a one playthrough situation. So once you know, you know. Right. So if you don't want to be spoiled, there'll be a big spoiler tag that will go up, so you can stop at that point. But we're gonna go through, play the game, see how well we did at the end, and discuss what we thought. So
absolutely,
yeah, it'll be fun.
Now, if you enjoy this, I would highly recommend that you check out their other Instacrime title, or titles by the time you see this video. Yeah. Just search them out. It's called Instacrime, and if you like things like this, GDM also does a Sherlock series, which
so good.
Basically you've got cards in your hand, and at you don't have the whole set in your hand at once, and you have to decide of these 3 or so cards in your, I can't remember exactly how many cards.
3, yeah.
You have to decide whether to put it face down, which you still know the information from it, but it's not, you don't think this is relevant information. Now, if you think it is relevant information, just remember it up here, because when you get rid of all your cards, you can tell anything that you did know on these cards.
Right.
But you're clearly not going to be able to remember everything. If you think it is relevant, you play it face up. However, if it was irrelevant, that's -1 point to your score at the end. So make sure it's relevant before you put it up. If it might be relevant, you might be better off just saying, you know what? I think I'm going to remember it and play it face down. Try and remember it. And at the end, they are going to give you 10 questions. You are going to get 2 points for every one you answer correctly, for a total of 20, -1 point for every incorrect, irrelevant information that you put out. And then that's going to give you your final score. I think it's fantastic.
That's the Sherlock game.
That's the Sherlock game.
It is also available in the States from Indie Board and Cards. It comes in a pack of 3 Sherlock games. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The Sherlock Files is
the
what
Sherlock
they call
Files.
It. So it's that
and
system.
I think there's 3 of those, right?
Yeah. They've already have a whole bunch of Sherlock games.
And according to the GDM Games newspaper, there are 6 more.
Wow.
Coming out.
I want to play them.
Yes.
I love the Sherlock
And the packs
games.
of 3 are just going to be called Sherlock and Sherlock Aquilare. So, yeah.
That's really cool. And so they just started this series of Instacrime, which is kind of a similar concept. However, it just uses actual photographs where we try and pick up on details in the photographs and explain it to each other how that's going to go. This is the second one, case number 2, and I think in the newsletter over there's a case number 3 already.
Oh, really?
That's what I saw. At least I thought I saw. I'm like, ooh, I want to play that as
So
well.
this one, just in case you're wondering about this one, it says, Granada is a beautiful city in southern Spain where you can find people of all kinds. A normal night after an elegant dinner at the casino, Vladimir Lavrov and his bodyguard Sasha, Claudine and Sophie, two good friends, and Brad Clayton meet around a poker table. Someone has been murdered during a poker game at the casino. Your observation skill and deduction will be vital for the investigation. Will you be able to resolve the case of the casino?
Apparently there's a trailer. We should put that on the overhead so if people want to see the trailer.
If you want to see the trailer, scan this QR code right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Scan it now.
Scan it now. You can watch the trailer.
It now.
So that's cool. There's a trailer.
No, it's like you're trying to mesmerize them. Scan it now. You want to scan it now. Scan the QR code.
Oh my goodness.
Now.
I think that's probably enough time for that.
Yeah.
But it comes in this little envelope.
Scan it. Nope, too late.
Too late.
Yeah, I do not see.
I thought I saw 3.
Sherlock gets 3 new stories.
Oh, maybe I misread it. Well, maybe I read it somewhere else. But,
Still.
I'm excited. I hope they keep making them because I really enjoy this little puzzle game with photographs.
So this is cooperative.
Yay!
Solved by a group of detectives. Each player must describe the contents of their photographs in order to share the information. And hey, you guys are going to help describe them to Steph by typing out things. You're going to share the information at your disposal with the objective of setting out a theory that explains this case. There are 12 photos. Each case is unique. It's unrepeatable. It can be played once. But if you want to make the most of it, let a group of friends play it and have fun listening to their theories. And I bet that would indeed be fun. So, now, if this is your first case, we're going to hand these out in order. However, this is not my first case or Steph's first case. We shuffled the
first time. We're going to shuffle this one as well.
We're going to shuffle. So, read the introduction on the next page. Oh, yeah, the introduction. So, Granada is a beautiful city in the south of Spain where you can find all kinds of people. Like any other night after a fancy dinner at the casino, 4 players meet around a poker table. They are Vladimir Lavrov, the Russian, escorted by his bodyguard Sasha, Brad Clayton, Claudine, and her friend Sophie. One of the players will never see a new day. Oh. The suspects. Alan Lesson, the boyfriend. Brad Clayton, the magician. Claudine Briand, the French girl. we could put this on the overhead if you want. On the top down camera. Yeah, and then put the pictures up here. Greg Johnson. Isn't that the Predator's old captain? No. The detective. Jack Scott, the croupier. Lana Walker, the girlfriend. Sasha Horvath, the bodyguard. Sophie LeBlanc, the aristocrat. And Vladimir Lavrov, the Russian. And there's a helpful poker hands guide for those of you who are not familiar with
like
poker.
Full House, straight, things like that.
Correct.
Okay.
Straight flush, 4 of a kind, full house, flush, straight, 3 of a kind, 2 pair, 1 pair.
I'm wondering if somebody got killed because of their hand was being too good.
Maybe so.
Or like.
Here's what I want to know: are there 5 aces?
Or are they cheating?
Are there 3 black kings? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Things that would mean that maybe an extra card got put in.
That's something we should keep track of.
That is probably something we should keep track of. So, I've read the introduction. Each player must describe his or her photograph in turn order. When everyone's finished, deal a new picture at each player. Repeat the step until there's no pictures left. In case there aren't enough photographs for all players, place the remaining ones in the center. Now, we could do it where everybody has their own photograph, but I think chat having a photograph and you having a photograph would be fine.
Yeah, and then you help.
And I will also, it's me and the chat.
Yeah.
To solve the case, you must share information. When you've described your photographs, you can, when the players have described all their photographs, the group can go deeper into detail, trace the suspects and any other element you may consider relevant. You can share your theories whenever you want, but you can't show your photographs to your fellow detectives.
Can't actually see it, yeah.
It's essential to determine the sequence of events. Yeah, like I can't show her what I think.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be...
It's essential to determine the sequence of the events and identify the place where each picture has been taken. More than one photo may belong to the same location. These elements will help you discard suspects. Finally, when you can provide an explanation for the case, read out loud the solution and check with the results of your investigation. So I don't think they will ask you questions, but your things have to match up.
I think they made it so you have to do something specific.
Well, here
to
it is. The solution comprises 5 scenes with several photographs each, just 12 total photographs, related by visual or narrative elements. The highlighted text on the answer sheet will point out the main clues of the scene. You will get 1 point if your hypothesis includes all the highlighted text. Check your score on the table that you'll find on the back of the solution. The game is afoot. Turn the page and place the rulebook in the middle of the table so everyone can see it. And I will turn the suspects over right here so you guys can see it. So, if we get all 5 of the highlighted things, it's excellent. If we have between 0 and 1, that's going to be bad. So,
all right, I'm gonna put this.
Gonna go to the overhead and put the spoiler on that one.
Oh yeah, let's okay, we're gonna do this.
Sure.
Overhead.
Then that way you can see. It may not be super close, but if you want. So 2 scenes will probably have 3 photos. That is likely.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
You gonna move the green screen?
Am I gonna move the green screen?
Yeah, you gotta do. You have to.
Oh. So yes. So we get the big ugly spoilers tag. All right, that's 1 for me, 1 for you.
All right. So am I explaining it while I look at it, or am I?
Yeah. You're totally looking at it. There's no time limit or anything. So the question is, do we want to go first, or do y'all want to go first? Or do we want to go first, or do you want to go first?
Either way.
Yeah, let's go ahead and explain. All right. That way
I won't look.
You won't look. All right. Here's what we have to explain to her. Let's put this like right here. And then that way Steph can refer to it too because it's right in front of her. Look at that.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's pretty fantastic. I'm going to move the little GDM logo, actually. I'm going to move this. Whoops.
You got to actually click it in the OBS.
Yeah, move the small frame. I got to click it in OBS.
Do you need me to do it? You can move the card that you'll see so I can do it. It's a photo 2.
Oh, it's called Photo 2. Cam 2, Overlay 6, Game 2.
Game 2, yeah.
Well, that would be different. All right, hopefully I didn't move small frame too much. There we go. Now you can see everything. All right, guys. Are you about ready? So we don't know who was killed. We have to piece together things. We will not receive these pictures in time order. So this could be the start. It could be the middle. It could be the end. So let's describe this to Steph, chat. You can look at your phone if you can turn it on chat only. You want me to move the card so you can do it on chat only?
I mean, if you want to try.
Or I guess I can read you what chat says, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. So, the magician is performing some tricks. He's got like a 3-ring trick that he's doing. He's got like a red handkerchief. So it looks like he is about to make something appear or disappear. So the guy in the white looks like he's observing a meeting between Sasha and Vladimir. So yeah, there's a guy in white. Who is he? He looks like the detective, maybe? Yeah, I think he is this detective guy right here. There's a guy in white. He is sitting off to the left of the magician.
Can you see glasses on him?
Yes, the magician is off in the middle of the room. And so the detective is off to one side looking at what's going on. between Sasha and not Sasha, Vladimir, and is that Sasha? That I believe Alex says it is Sasha, and I'm guessing that is Sasha. And it does look like something is going down. There is some sort of a meeting going on between them. There is a bottle of wine on the table. There's something in Sasha's hand. If that is indeed Sasha, and I believe it is. I'm on a phone, so this is semi-low res for Alex, he says. You can take your phone and you can like drag like that. If you can make the chat bigger in that area. 13 Shano says Vlad and Sasha are eating while in discussion. Both have glasses of wine, and that might indeed be important. There is a red envelope on the table next to Sasha. Vladimir has the wine.
Sounds like a business deal to me.
It does sound like a business deal, but they are sitting around a square table, and the Greg Johnson, the detective, is at the other table. He has some either some wine or some alcohol of some sort on his table.
Is this like in a bar? Where do you think you are? And like, what does it look like?
There is a wood panel floor.
Okay, me too.
Alex says the red envelope is probably important. So yeah, there's a wood floor. There's red walls. There is, interestingly enough, a picture of who I think is the aristocrat.
The lady with the
this right
turban?
Here. Do you guys see this? The lady with the turban? It definitely looks like Sophie LeBlanc, does it not? Julie said, Julie! Julie says it's a bar. They all have wine and some have food. Good job, Julie. I can't tell who is in this picture, but this clearly looks like the aristocrat to me. It might not be, but she does have a turban like Sophie. What is on the table in front of the detective? It looks like he has a magazine, maybe? And this looks like a bottle of wine or some sort of liquor. There is another seat. It is empty.
Is it like, can you tell what time of day it is or no?
There are no windows.
Okay.
The artwork is backlit.
Okay.
So, and I am assuming, though you cannot confirm or deny at the moment, I am assuming you do not see this location.
No, I do not. Definitely do not.
So, it's clear that the magician is actively performing, but Sasha couldn't care less, and Vladimir looks like he couldn't care less, and the detective might be looking at the magician, might be looking at Vlad and Sasha. We're in, Sarasong says we're in a casino. Time of day won't be apparent unless we have a clock.
Well, I only ask because my picture definitely is clear what time of day it is.
Oh, it's clear. That's good. It's good to know.
Are you done with that picture? Can I go with my picture?
Let's ask the chat what they think. Is it
everybody remember what they've seen?
Looking on the back here to see when you get a new one. When everyone has
finished.
Each player describes the photograph. When everyone has finished, deal a new one. You don't. So they don't get a new one until you have described yours. So 13 Shano says, my guess it's a restaurant with a floor show. Julie says, are there fuzzy black things behind the guy on the left? Looks like it might be his hat on the back of the chair. Yes, that is his hat right there. That is definitely his hat on the back of the chair.
Okay.
I wish I could zoom in for you guys and make it like super close up. I think we're fine. Worth noting, the magician might use that red cloth to do sleight of hand to take the envelope. The envelope is not far from that red cloth. You are correct. There's a lot of red in the room.
My picture is not as cool as your picture.
And that happens sometimes, guys. So, We can leave ours up while you describe yours.
All right. I'm clearly in a bedroom before whatever dinner thing that Claudine, the French girl, is going to. It's just her room. She looks incredibly bored in her like nightie, painting her nails.
Woo.
She does have a lot of different clothing items laid out. One is light blue hanging on the dresser, and then 3 are laid out on the bed with her, which is a red outfit, a black outfit, and a shiny, like, off-white outfit. She's got her high heels to match. It is clearly daytime, even though the shade is pulled down, but you can see the light coming through the sides.
So she's planning on going out. So if we see her wearing that stuff,
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's likely after that. Now we're gonna have to put these times in these photographs
right
in order, basically.
Right. There is a plate of fruit on her bed with a very sharp knife.
So going back to some of the other Instacrime things that we have done, in one scene there's a bottle of wine. In another scene, the bottle is broken. So these are things that you really want to pay attention to.
Right.
And who had the wine at one point. So it's good that these guys that you guys are picking up on that. Alex says, does the light blue thing look like it could be a men's jacket?
No, it's definitely like a prom looking dress. It's like a fancy light blue dress. And there's actually a briefcase in the back corner, so I'm wondering if she has had a collar over. I don't know. It seems very lawyery, manly suitcase, briefcase-esque thing in the back wall. Hard to know what's in it. It's closed. So I have a fuchsia wall with a huge mirror. So and like a king size bed that she's sitting on. So otherwise, it's just a very clean room with wood floors.
Rum?
Yeah. I mean, I think that there's not much interesting going on here.
Not much interesting. Got it. Note to ourselves, chat, that bottle the dude in white has is almost empty. Wow, that's more detail than I can even see, I think.
That's gotta remember these things. If it matters, she's putting on.
Oh yeah.
She's putting on a pink/red nail polish, but.
I think that is important, maybe because if you see her with that nail polish on
or off,
then you know what side of that it goes on.
Yeah, her toes are not yet painted. All right, so that's just face down.
All right, next.
All right.
Oh, all right. Here is one. This is the boyfriend? No. Is it the magician?
Does he have a man bun on his head?
This is the magician.
Again?
Yes. So, Alex says, it is the hat is in the background. Ah, yes. Dang, Alex, you have some eagle eyes here. The 3 rings are here. The red handkerchief is here. His red coat is here. I don't know what these are. He's got some sort of... That looks like a game, doesn't it? I can't quite tell what he's got here on the table. Here's a rope. This is definitely a rope. This is probably a shirt. But anyway, the magician is on a bed in a bedroom. It's got like angular walls. There is a lamp in the foreground on a table with 3 red balls. Julie says flower petals on the table to the left. They look like 3 round balls to me. If they're flower petals, they look awful round, right? At the angle they're at. This bedroom is sort of, or hotel room is sort of off-white, with a sort of beige and green and maroon sort of tapestry hung up on the wall. And on the couch, there's a whole lot of other different things to wear. But there are, I don't know, looks like a lot of boxes and stuff, probably from Magic Tricks. But there might also be money. It's just really hard to tell because everything is really small. So is it just the
magician's room?
And he's in his bathrobe and he's just sitting looking sort of either bored or sad, looking down.
Is there a time of day indicated anywhere?
No. All of the lamps are on, but there's no window in this room, strangely enough.
That is weird.
13, Shano says magic trick boxes. Is that a scarf beside his coat? That is probably a scarf. Though I never see him wear it yet.
What type of scarf? Color?
Julie says another wine bottle. I'm not sure. This might be a wine bottle way back here. That black and white thing, you didn't know what it was. Could be ladies' striped socks or tights.
What?
It's possible. It's black and white striped. It looks like a scarf or something long. But Alex is right. It could be ladies.
Is it evenly black and white striped?
Yes, it is evenly.
Okay.
What are you telling me here?
Well, the socks on this guy is black and white, but it's not even at all.
But I mean, it's super long. It's not the short socks.
Okay.
This is as long as his jacket. And could be in two halves. So that could either mean scarf or leggings. So good job, chat. You guys are on it. I don't know what this is. It's some sort of plaid looking thing. I don't know what this is. It's just some sort of
plaid?
What?
What color plaid?
Like red and beige and blackish. Like horizontal and vertical plaid.
Okay.
Maybe pants, maybe scarf. It's hard to tell. But yeah, there's like lots of different boxes around and other things lying around. I am not sure if this is food or money or pizza box or whatever, but there's a box here with something in it. So, is that a tux hanging on the wall in the back? I am not sure what this is hanging on the wall back here, but yeah, that does look like a hanger, so it very well could be. But his performance jacket is just thrown on the side of the bed or whatever that is that he's sitting on. It looks sort of like a bed. Like, this looks sort of like a couch. This sort of looks like, I don't know what. It looks like after the performance, Julie says. That is also, not like he's getting ready, but like he's done. I would agree with that, actually.
It looks like he's done. Well, that's what I was wondering. He's in the robe. He looks kind of like, he's not in a hurry or anything. He's just kind of like hanging out. Meaning he's not like trying to get somewhere. Alex
says if that bottle is the wine from our other shot, it could be poisoned. Though he doesn't look like he's in pain. He's got his hands just sort of on the tops of his legs, which you can see a lot of. You're welcome, women. But yeah, he's just in a short white bathrobe. Alex says he could be the poisoner. So, lots of good theories going on here.
All right,
you guys done?
Mine?
We still don't know method of death. Yeah, this is photograph 3 of 12. So we still have a little ways to go.
Right. All right. So this is my picture. Am I doing my picture now?
Sure.
All right. I have the Russian Vlad with his bodyguard.
If we have anything else to say, I'll let you know.
Sure. This is definitely the daytime in their hotel room. So probably before the meeting. He's got his briefcase. This is a leather-bound kind of square-looking briefcase.
You said there was a briefcase in Claudine's bedroom.
That was not the same one. That was a hard case. This one looks more of like a soft case. Maybe not a briefcase. Maybe it's a traveling bag, but it's kind of small. There's like a fur coat and a fur hat on the couch.
Male or female?
What?
Because some fur hats are male.
It looks like a male
Russian.
fur hat. Yeah, it looks like that. It looks like it might be the Russian guys. He has a full liquor bottle.
Ooh. So you said it looks like before.
It's definitely daylight outside.
So you might have two befores.
I think
your Felicia and your...
These both look like before. So the bottle,
Not Felicia,
he's
Claudine.
drinking a glass. So he's drinking from this bottle, which is just like a little bit poured. Like, so it's just slightly used because he just opened the bottle.
Oh, yeah. There is a briefcase or suitcase behind the magician's leg, by the way, on ours.
Is it like a dark brown or is it...
It is a dark brown.
Does it look hard or does it look soft?
It looks like there's like a metal stripe going around the middle, around ways, but it otherwise looks soft. What do you guys say, chat? I don't know. Alex says hard to meet. But there is metal that's going around, but it otherwise looks sort of leatherish, but it could be hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That could just be his suitcase.
The zipper is silver, like the zipper is silver, handle on top. That's a good call. That could be a metal silver zipper. Man suitcase. It looks more like a suitcase. Okay. Julie says man suitcase. 13 Shano says looks more like a suitcase. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's
fantastic, chat. You guys are awesome. Better than me.
It's very important to note that one of the hotel rooms is the magenta color like this one, though it's not the same room because they're different lamps.
Magenta or fuchsia?
Well, fuchsia.
So, is it the same color or no?
It's the same color, but it's different lamps. It's a different room, clearly.
So, yeah, our room is not magenta.
There are two.
Or riffraff.
Two.
Oh, so our song says, ours is magenta what? What is magenta? Our room is not magenta. Our briefcase?
I think this girl and these guys are staying in the same hotel. I think they're different rooms, though.
Oh, Alex says the background stuff, the back wall is magenta.
Yeah. Like here. Like my room here.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a skylight. This might actually be a skylight. In which case, if that is a skylight, that's either light or daylight. I can't tell.
There's definitely a skylight in her room, so. Alright, you're not listening.
Mm-hmm.
There are exactly 2 revolvers on the table.
2 revolvers.
They got guns.
Good job.
They got guns. I think that's his wallet with something, but I don't know what it is at all. I mean, it looks like a harmonica, but I'm pretty sure it's not a harmonica.
I can never see details in these things. I'm terrible.
It could be his wallet with, like, the room key or something. I don't know what it is. There's something on the desk. He's got 2 black gloves. Like, leather black gloves. He's got shiny shoes. He's got a gold watch and a ring. Well, many rings, actually. Blue pants. Bodyguard's getting ready. Yeah, that's about it on this. I think I got it covered. Just remember the lamps and stuff.
I was showing the picture of Vladimir.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're allowed to go back and look at them, but I'm not sure.
It's not clear.
What's this? Do not
look at the rest of the components. It just says, describe the photograph when everyone's finished. Deal a new picture. Repeat until there's no pictures left.
Okay. I like a challenge, though. I'm not looking. I can't remember what I've seen. I'm ready.
Yeah, so
now we're
angled
talking.
ceiling. Yeah, our ceiling is definitely an angled ceiling, but yeah, you guys pretty much got all that.
Interesting.
Oh, so what I thought was a couch was his bed, and what he's on is a couch. So, all right. So you got yours. I got mine. Oh, ho 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 ho. All right. We're ready for ours. Mm-hmm. Guess who we have a bedroom of? We have a bedroom of Sophie LeBlanc, the aristocrat. She is.
How many bracelets does she have?
Several on her left hand.
Not her right.
None on her right. She has like 2 rings on her right hand.
Are they white though?
No bracelet. Are her what?
Are her rings white?
Well, they look like they're glowing white, but it almost looks like one of them is yellow and one of them is blue. So only 4 more until she gets the Infinity Gauntlet.
Is one square, one circle?
Yes, indeed. 1 square, 1 circle.
I have her hand of cards at the table.
You have her hand of cards.
But she's got multiple
so
bracelets on both wrists.
She does not yet have bracelets on her other wrist unless they're all the way to her elbow because she is in her room getting ready. It looks like she is, or about to be finished getting ready because she has her pearls on and she's looking in the mirror at herself, at how she doesn't have the full turban on, but it's like she's got the first wrap on.
Yeah.
Her head.
That's got to be before this picture then, because she has all of her jewelry.
She's got a white flowy thing on.
Does she have a black
over
fan?
her and not? It's on the bed right now.
Yes.
Now, 13 Shano says same hotel wall pattern, but it is vertical, not horizontal. What I think is they just reused it in real life. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's vertical. It's actually the other ones are vertical too, but I think it was on the side wall. This is on the back wall, like behind the bed. The other one was beside the bed. Mm-hmm. This is like behind the bed. But yeah, she's got 2 lamps, and she's got a table where she's getting ready. She has a little small lockbox looking thing, maybe like makeup sized or whatever, with some gold stuff on the bed. I don't know if it's jewelry or it looks like a smooshy gold pocketbook, but it's like nothing, hardly anything in it. And her black fan. Pink pillows on the bed. A stack of other boxes on the bed, I guess, because I can't really tell what it is. On the table, she has a lot of jewels. It's basically a jewelry box. A lot of pills, from what Alex says. Test. Got it.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're walking back. All right. So yeah, Julie went, Michael.
Really?
So yeah, big suitcase under the makeup table is what 13 Shano had said, and I described it as like it's sort of velvetish. It's got like a handle and like a lock or a buckle or something, and
Gotcha.
so Steph was confirming is it a buckle? And that's pretty much all we've done. I don't know what this is, Chad. If you guys know what this is. There is something else here. I can't tell what it is, really. Maybe just drawers? Let me turn it this way. No, that's just, that's the floor behind the table, I think. Again, just a normal hotel room, but it is the aristocrats this time. Julie says shoes. Oh, those might be shoes on the ground. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is a closet of some sort. That's why it's got the thing in front of that closet looking thing. Alex agrees with Julie. There is something on this back table. I can't tell what it is, whether it's wine or perfume or nothing. You guys see all of this? Something. It is far away. The pill bottles, one of them is a black upright bottle. One of them is a white fallen over bottle with several pills. White pills. Mm. But the black bottle is upright.
So someone could have been.
Julie says another black jacket is hung. I think it's a white dress with a black shawl looking thing on top. So I think it's like a combo looking thing. Yeah, 13 Shano says mannequin head. Yep, that's what we got the feather headpiece on. I think we're good.
Okay.
If we have anything more to add, I will tell you from the chat as you do yours.
All right, I'm definitely seeing her hands holding 5 cards, which is clearly a 2 pair.
2 pair, but what are the 2 pair?
6 of spades, 6 of diamonds, 4 of diamonds, 4 clubs, queen of spades.
That's a terrible hand.
It's not great.
I mean, it's bad. It beats 1 pair.
It
Am I right?
appears that she's gone all in.
Oh, wow. It must have been muted for a while. Oh, it looks like she's gone all in with 2 pair.
It looks like it. I can't confirm because it's not directly in front of her, but it looks like there are chips in the middle of the stack right in front of her. And I don't know if it's all in, but it kind of looks like she's all in.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I see her 2 big rings. I see her bracelets.
Her Thanos stones.
I see her fan on the table. I see her purse on the table. Across diagonally from her is the magician. He's wearing his plaid vest and bow tie with his top hat. He's got one big black
that must be
ring.
A vest, the plaid vest.
Yeah, it's a vest. Definitely, he's wearing it.
Plaid vest, confirmed.
Is he wearing a black ring with that in that picture?
Not here, no.
Because he's one
no
at
rings.
the table here. He looks short on money, but it's hard to say what values of coins these are because there's no values on them. I see this guy. He just looks bored. He's the dealer.
Julie says he wasn't wearing the plaid vest in the first picture, and that is indeed confirmed. He is not wearing his plaid vest, but he's wearing his red show jacket.
Yeah, I don't see this show jacket. So.
Yeah.
At all. Like, it's not here. Yeah, so it's a dealer.
Never gamble with a magician.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah, and then there's somebody just standing next to this guy, and there's no real thing. It's like black.
The croupier.
Suit.
Is he like is he being a dealer?
He's a dealer, yeah.
He is the dealer, and so there's somebody.
He's got gold.
None of these 9 people are behind him.
Behind him?
You said there was somebody behind him?
It's cut off like here all the way down to
So there's somebody.
There's somebody standing behind him with just holding their... They're not playing, they're just like watching. So it could be the bodyguard, but it's hard to say.
No rings, no watches, no nothing?
Nothing on this person. Skinny hands.
So who's at the table?
Just him and him, do I see.
Okay.
They're diagonally from me.
And her. Her
hands.
hands.
Her hands. And then there's clearly somebody sitting to the side of me, but I don't know who.
Now, on here it says 4 players meet around a poker table. Vlad, Sasha, Brad, who is the magician, Claudine, and Sophie.
Yeah, so 2 people. There's probably somebody over here that I just can't see anything, and there's somebody definitely next to me with lots of chips.
That's got to be Vlad. That's got to be...
With his bodyguard, it would make sense.
It's Vlad with a bodyguard.
It's probably something like that.
It's Sophie. Claudine is supposed to be at the table.
There easily could be more people that I can't see in the picture.
Oh, Claudine and her friend Sophie. So Claudine is there.
Yeah.
There's obviously the dealer, and Brad is there. So this matches what this says up here.
Nobody else in the casino. I see a lot of slots and everything, but there's nobody sitting at them or anything. It's just, yeah. So it
looks like the Russian has a lot of chips? Probably, maybe?
Yes, probably.
You're guessing.
It's my guess, but if that is the bodyguard, it's hard to really tell if it is him, but yeah.
Oh, we wish we had gotten that picture. Right, chat?
Why?
Because it seems interesting.
Yeah, it's at the table. All right. Oh, I got another table picture.
Oh, we've got a table picture. Oh my goodness, it's such a good... You must have
him, because I have her.
It's such a good table picture. Oh my goodness, it's such a good table picture. Oh, we can answer a lot of questions. We can answer a lot of questions with this completely.
Let me go first. Can I go first?
Yeah, but I want to show the chat.
All right.
What an awesome picture we have. Oh my goodness, we have an awesome picture. I'm not sure you should go first, but sure, go ahead.
Well, what's weird is that I don't see Sophie. I see her bag and her fan, but I don't see her chips that she's bet, really. I see the red stack a little tiny bit above the cards. So it's weird because I think that maybe Vlad passed, maybe the magician passed, and now it's her against Claudine against Sophie. Now, Claudine's hands, do you want to write down the cards? She's got a full house. She's got a full house, Claudine. She has her red nails on, so it's clearly her hand.
Does her hand have a 5 in it?
Yeah. 5 spade, 5 heart, and then the rest of the queens. All the queens.
We have lots of information.
Okay. Yeah, the bodyguard is definitely the one standing next to Vlad.
Yes.
Vlad is looking at the magician questioningly. I don't know. Okay. All right. Hit me with what you want.
Hit me. Julie says, we confirm.
What? So you see everybody's hands on
We
cards?
see everybody.
All right.
So, we see Vlad and Sasha. Sasha is indeed behind the croupier's right shoulder. Going around the table, we see Brad. Brad has his hand on a metal briefcase and quite a few chips.
Wow.
Never gamble with a magician. His hand is up in front of him. Claudine's hand. Claudine looks like it looks like if the line is all in, do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then the magician is all in with his cards in front of him. Claudine's few chips are all in, and she's got her full house or whatever up. We can't see it very easily because she is diagonally across the table from us. Sophie is holding the dealer chip.
Yeah.
Has her 2 pair up in front of her.
Okay.
Has no chips in front of her though.
Yeah, that's
I mean, everything's not pushed toward the middle for some weird reason, and she doesn't have anything next to her. There's something down here.
So she probably got out.
Is that her?
She probably lost.
I don't know. It may be that the magician just won and is about to rake all the chips to him because he's got his hand on his thing here. I think that might be the fan and the pocketbook to her left hand, to Sophie's left hand.
Yeah.
I am not sure, but it doesn't look like she has anything around her. Here's the interesting part. The Russian does not have his chips in the middle, and his cards are face down in front of him. Meaning he is yet to act.
Let's see, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, the magician is pointing to his revealed hand. That is true.
Doesn't make sense.
In any case, we also see behind the croupier and Sasha and the magician a whole bunch of slot machines.
Yeah.
And there are some people back there.
Oh, okay.
Lana, the girlfriend, is back there. And Alan Lasson is back there. They are talking between themselves. Interestingly enough, the detective is off watching this whole thing. Yeah, the detective is looking at... I mean, it's behind Claudine's back, but we don't quite know exactly who she's looking at. Alex says the detective is looking at Claudine. So 13 Shano is really... he really pointed out the magician pointing to his revealed hand, his other hand on his metal chest. His metal... it looks like my poker chip. My old poker chip thing.
Yeah, I think the one that I had the last time we talked, I think this one with Sophie's hand goes first. I think the one I have right now goes second. I think the one that you have goes third in the order of operations.
But we still don't know the Russian's hand because it is face down.
Right.
And I don't know what he has put in. Matter of fact, all of these chips look like my poker chips, by the way.
Right.
Look like my old set of poker chips, my double dice.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything else looks fairly standard casino. I don't know what the boyfriend and girlfriend have to do with anything. They are disinterested in the poker game. They are interested in each other.
Yeah.
Is that good, chat? Did we describe it well?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Now, we don't necessarily have to put the casino pictures in order. I think it's like the casino is one scene. That happens after some stuff and before some stuff.
I don't know.
I don't think we have to put all 12 in order. The dealer has the rest of the cards spread face down on the table like this. That is correct.
In that picture that you just put down?
Yes.
Oh, that's definitely after my two then.
Yeah, so the dealer goes...
Yeah, it's definitely after my two.
Alex says magician is holding on to a white briefcase. It looks silver to me. It looks like a silver briefcase. But yeah, he's got his hand on it. I think he's ready to open it up and rake his chips into it.
Okay.
Do you have yours? You do not have yours.
No.
This is cards 9 and 10, I guess, right?
Yeah. Oh, I got another hand. Guess who?
We don't have another hand. Oh, but we have something super important. Oh my goodness.
I got Vlad's hand.
We have a really important one. All right, I'm going to show mine to the chat as they gasp. And we're going to talk about Vlad's hand. Go ahead and hit us.
All right, he's got 3 of a kind, 3 kings.
Yeah, that makes sense with our picture.
Yep. And I clearly see that Sophie has put her chips in. She's got the dealer chip. I see that the magician's looking at his hand. I can't tell where his chips are. I see Claudine. All of her chips are in already.
Who's Oliver?
And then in the background, I see the detective. He's peering. He's in the background on his tall seat.
Yes, he is. Further back.
And
Alex said, "Is that the red envelope?" What red envelope?
I don't see a red envelope on mine.
And I don't see a red envelope here on ours either. I think I think ours is taking a picture.
It's weird because she's not wearing the blue dress like I thought she would be.
No, she's wearing like a silver sparkly thing, right?
Yeah.
Gold sparkly, silver sparkly.
Yeah.
Is in the case? No, those are chips. That is correct. Those are all poker chips. Matter of fact, it looks exactly like my poker chip case, and my chips and everything. You want to know about ours?
Sure.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's big. Is it the biggest?
Oh my god.
We have a body. We have a dead body.
Somebody has died?
Somebody's dead.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Do you want to know who died?
Who?
The magician. And his poker chips are in the floor. The
Is it
case.
his hotel room?
The case is open. Yes. This is. I don't know whose room this is, but it is. I don't know if it's a hotel room.
You saw his hotel room before.
This is not his room. It's a gray tile or carpet, not sure what. His poker chip case is open on the floor. Here's the catch. The poker chips are in the case. They didn't steal the chips.
That's weird.
That is weird. I don't understand that part. His hat is on the floor. It looks like one little drop of blood right here, but that could just be a lapel thing or something. He is wearing the plaid vest. He's got chips all over the place. There is a living room table, right? It's sort of high.
Yeah.
It's in front of a couch. It's like made of like playing cards, angled and everything. You know, it's not real playing cards, but it's like big chunky representations of cards to make a coffee table.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I have not seen anything like that. So.
Yeah. Well, he is lying down behind that to the side of the couch and to the side of the coffee table.
Okay.
There's like this divider that's up, and the detective has come up and is like taking a picture of this with a cell phone or something. It looks like he's holding a cell phone taking a picture of it.
Okay.
The detective is in a red shirt and blue tie and white belted overcoat and beige pants.
Yep.
He looks like a color nightmare.
Yep.
He's saying, yep.
Well, that's what he looks like.
Yeah, that's exactly what he looks like. I don't know what he's holding in his other hand. Oh, he's got his other hand in his pocket. Sort of like his thumb sticking out of his pocket. And he's got his cell phone taking a picture of this, I think. This room, like I say, the couch is like a off-white, and the walls are like black, and it's like this black waveform pattern with like blue around, blue glowy lights behind it. But yeah, it just looks like a lounge sort of room. Someone.
Did you see his hand of cards or no?
The couch is dusty rose, Julie says. 13 Chano says tiles with a light fuchsia couch. So he says that the floor is tiles. Star Song says yes, a card table. Looks like a lobby. I agree. Somebody else said, Julie says lobby. This looks like a lobby. I agree. 13 Chano says looks like a lounge area. Yeah. What are the red splots on the floor? These little splots on the floor are poker chips, just strewn all over. And some are in his hand right there. So yeah, those are indeed chips. Wow, I mean that is like super interesting and is definitely among the last scenes that we've got to deal with. So, is that all we got, chat? I don't think that the cards on the table are important.
Did we see his hand of cards or no? Did you see his?
No, they were too far away.
Okay.
His cards were revealed and way too far away. I see what might be a 5, but I was guessing at that they just sort of, it might have been a black 5, but I couldn't really tell. The 5 is the card that's on top. There's a face card in there somewhere, but I can't really tell what the cards are. Anyway. What do you guys think? Is interesting?
Last cards.
All right. I've got a fairly boring one.
I see his cards.
Oh, you see his cards.
That is impossible.
Okay, so let's talk about our boring one. We are sitting in like a hibachi grill, it looks like. There are various images on the back wall with Asian looking women with like red flower petals in their hair, blah, blah, blah. This might actually be, this is probably from our first picture because we see the magician doing his tricks in the background. We see the detective right here. We see Vlad and Sasha eating at the table as we did before. But this is like a further, like, let's say we took our camera in and backed him up to see the rest of the area. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you will see Sophie and Claudine eating. Sophie is eating sushi. She's got chopsticks. That's why I was like, oh, it's a hibachi girl. Remember when I said it was Sophie with a turban on? It may not have been. It may have just been an Asian looking woman. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Anyway, the magician is performing his tricks. He is currently in the middle of his ring trick. His remember when I said his rings and his handkerchief was happening? They're in opposite hands for some weird reason. But everything else is normal. Anyway, Sophie eating sushi with her black top and white dress on that she had hung up before. Mm-hmm. In that other picture I showed you. Claudine is already in her silver sparkly.
Okay.
That might actually be the same thing that what's her name is wearing at the poker table because it's the black shawl around her. So it may be the dinner before the casino night, the poker game, right? It looks like they have some rice wine, sake looking stuff. Right here, that's the traditional sake wine, the sake pouring things. This looks like some sort of Japanese alcohol. But yeah, they are eating and laughing, and it's a grand old time. And
do you see Sophie? I mean, you see Claudine?
Yeah, she's just sitting at the table with her.
Does she have pink nails?
I can't tell. I really can't tell. I think so. We also see the boyfriend and the girlfriend and a waiter, an Asian looking waiter who is giving the boyfriend and girlfriend their bill. Over here is the waiter. Magician is wearing a jacket, not a vest. That is correct. In the other pic, he is wearing the vest. In the death pic, he is wearing the vest.
Yeah, that's after.
In this pic, he is wearing a vest.
So anything with the coat is way before.
But the magician is actually actively doing tricks here. Okay. It's like it's his gig.
It's probably his gig. Do you see any cards?
Sorrow's song says her toes are unpainted. I can't tell fingernails. So everyone says, yeah, this is the first picture. First picture, yes. Hey, Canuck.
Do you see any cards at all?
No cards.
Do you see... So in his death picture, the table with the cards?
Yes.
What number is it?
What number is what?
The card. Do you see a card?
There are... So the table is made up of big plaques. I mean, the cards are easily 2 feet big.
Right, but do you see any... Are there any indications of which card number it is? I'm just curious.
King of Hearts, Jack of Hearts, King of Clubs, Jack of Clubs are the ones I see.
Interesting. So the duplicate card is definitely the King of Hearts. Definitely.
There are 2 King of Hearts?
Yes.
So
100%.
Someone cheated.
I assume it was the magician. And he's got a full house, aces high.
Aces over kings?
Yes. And Claudine had the full house with less than that. It's like queens over fours or something.
So, the question is, can we figure it out who killed the magician? It's weird, though, that they didn't take the chips. They just killed that dude.
But the thing is, over at the other table, I see these 2.
Over at the other table.
I think the magician was in on it with these 2. I think that they were looking over at Sophie's hand.
All right,
somehow feeding him information with glances or something.
So when in our casino pick, they are both at a slot machine behind the magician somewhat. It looks like they're maybe 6 feet from the magician. They're not behind Claude.
But that happened at the very end of the game, right? So that's like at the last thing. That's the last thing that happened.
Yes.
Right before that, they were sitting behind her at a poker table.
They're sitting behind Sophie.
At a poker table.
Weird. Okay.
There's something going on with that.
So the boyfriend and girlfriend are in on it.
Somehow. Because they were sitting behind her in this picture.
Feeding him a card or something.
Probably giving him glances saying, do it right now. Play your hand.
Gotcha.
But I don't
Claudine had queens over 5s. 13 Shano says. I thought she had 2. Didn't she have 2 pair?
No.
Oh yeah, she did have like queens over 5s.
Yeah. Because the 2 pair,
or something like that.
The 2 pair was Sophie.
The 2 pair was indeed Sophie. 6s and 4s.
Yeah.
So, is Claudine better? I don't see Vlad's hand at all. What does Vlad have?
He had,
3 kings.
Yeah, the 3 kings. That's where I'm
so that's why there's 5 kings?
She's got, the magician has 2 kings. I'm like, wait a minute.
That's 5 kings. Yeah, you can't have 5 kings.
No. That's why I was like, there's an extra king involved.
So, we have to put together a timeline of what all happened. Clearly, this is not the end. Not the end for the magician, because we know the end of the magician. So,
is there rules though, like how to do this? Do we shuffle them and reveal at one at a time?
No, we don't reveal anything. So, we've got 5 scenes.
Right.
We need to understand what's going on in the 5 scenes. Mm-hmm. So, what do you have? Let's see. We have poker, we have the eating, we have the death, we have the getting ready stuff. I have 2 different rooms. I have a Sophie room and a magician's room. Is it possible that Claudine's room and Sophie's room is the same?
What does Sophie's room look like?
Sophie's room has the tapestry behind her and a bed and a table with and she's looking at herself and getting ready.
Is it a fuchsia wall with a big mirror?
Now, I'm sure that there is a mirror in there. She is holding a hand mirror.
I'm not convinced that it's the same room.
All right. Well, we have 5 scenes. I don't know whether a scene is considered
well, there's
all the
definitely
people
the lounge.
in there. Yeah, there's the lounge, there's the poker area, there's the restaurant.
And the hotel rooms.
And the hotel rooms, but I was wondering if there's 2 hotel rooms. That's scenes 4 and 5. So
I have clearly 2 different rooms here.
I clearly have 2 different rooms.
What type of lamps do you see?
I have, besides Sophie's bed, I have a black lamp with square silver base.
No.
Beside the magician's bed, I see translucent beige, like square looking or triangular looking lampshades with thin black spindle like crossing
see, I have those
beige.
lamps, but they're black, totally black.
Yeah,
and that's
well, I mean, they could be black, but the totally black lamp that Sophie has, the light does not go through. The lamps that the magician has, the light can go through.
I'm thinking these are all very different rooms. So.
All very well. Is that like we can count that as one scene?
Yeah, the before scene. I think these are all before.
It is possible they are all before. So I wonder about the pills being out. I'm not sure whether that has anything to do with the death. We don't really know how the magician died. Clearly, Sophie is across from the magician. She didn't poison him.
Well, no, not Sophie, but Claudine. Does it look like he might have been stabbed? Because Claudine clearly has a knife.
Oh, she clearly has a knife? I mean, I would expect a lot more blood than that, but yeah, it's possible he got stabbed. What do you guys think?
It's basically like a knife for cutting a steak. It's not like a huge
It's a
knife.
really thin knife.
That she has access to this knife.
Yeah, I think she might have knifed this fool.
Because that seems like a legit thing. She was going to win that hand.
Yeah, she was going to win.
She didn't win the hand. So... But then she didn't take all the money, so I really don't know what's going on there.
Oh, wait a second. For some reason, my thing didn't scroll here. The method of death might not have been immediate. We saw pills with Sophie.
Yeah.
Might not have been there to take the money. It's not a fuchsia wall. It's just vertical stripes for hours. Yeah, the nightstands in the first room have a marble base, Julie says. It is definitely a heavy, square-looking base. Julie said, what about the 3 balls? Nah, and Alex says, I think he was poisoned. I don't know. That looks like a stab. This looks like a little stab right there. I'm gonna put my coffee here. There we go. Super close up. Julie says, nah. Nah poison or nah knife? I can't tell. Really doesn't focus well.
It's not focus. It's not auto-focusing. It's already set focus to there, yeah.
Julie says he's poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
So, they both think he's poisoned. Stab wounds are very bloody. That's what I thought too. Oh, you know what that is? That's a red poker chip. That is a red poker chip that ended up on his shirt. I think it's coincidence. I have to agree with everyone now. I think Sophie got mad that Claudine got cheated and ended up poisoning dude. I think that might be the fourth scene.
But why wouldn't they take
or the
money?
Fifth scene? I think this might actually be the last scene where, like, the end. I'm happy for myself.
I think this
because Sophie doesn't need the money.
That's all before.
Sophie doesn't need the money. Sophie doesn't need the money. But the pills are clearly all laid out there.
This is all at the table in that order. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean. We are finishing up Instacrime, where each of us has, me in the chat, we got 6 pictures, and Steph has 6 pictures. We're trying to piece together the 5 scenes. I think that's what happened, is that Sophie got pissed, ends up poisoning the magician over what happened, and is happy about it in the very last scene. That's it. You put them in order and it's done. Pretty much that.
I don't know. There might be questions or something.
Maybe the magician and Claudine had a bad relationship, and Sophie is Sophie is Claudine's friend.
Yeah, they're friends.
They are actually on vacation together.
I think these 2 are working with the magician.
Working with the magician to cheat them. To cheat the rest of the group.
Let me see this.
Tyven says, cool looking game. So, yeah, if you don't want to hear the ending, spoiler alert, this will spoiler you on this entire adventure, So,
are we trying to put them in order?
I think so. I think we need to tell the story, and if we get the highlighted things right...
Okay.
If we get the story straight in order, then we get 5 points if we get all of the things.
These are definitely before.
Yeah, and I think obviously the magician is before.
The magician killed himself because he liked the girlfriend.
So this is my thought, guys. So this happened, right? And later on, this happened. And then later on, this happened. And then later on, this happened. And later on, that happened. Did he see something during his performance? I don't think so. And we might be totally off here. I mean, that is another possibility.
I mean, so before...
Why is her cheek red? Oh, That's a good question. She does have a super red cheek. But she seems happy to have that red cheek. That's old lady makeup time.
All right, so do the ones you think.
Oh, correct. It's the same sort of ugly looking old lady.
Makeup.
Yeah, bad makeup. She's a sloppy eater. I'm telling you, she ate them.
All right, this is at the beginning. Put this with the other beginning.
So
one.
I don't think we... Hold on. Let me see what it says on the instructions.
All right.
When the group can provide... It says, it's essential to determine the sequence of events and to identify the place where each picture has been taken. More than one photo may belong to the same location. These elements will help you to discard suspects. Finally, when the group can provide an explanation for the case, read out loud the solution on this rulebook and check out the results of your investigation. So we don't have to put them in order. We just have to know the 5 scenes with the main clues on the scene, and we get a point if your hypothesis includes them all.
All right, so we need to come up with a story before we read it.
Yeah, that's my story.
All right.
What's your story? Anybody have any clues that they think that they want to add? I think the pills is obvious, and I think she didn't steal from him because she didn't need the money, but she wanted revenge for her friend.
Maybe. Could be. I like that. I mean, why wouldn't they take the money, though?
Or the Russian got her to do it, though.
But
I
the
doubt
Russian
it.
would take the money.
I think the Russian is obvious. It's like it's too obvious out there that...
He wasn't winning the hand.
He wasn't going to win the hand.
He folded.
You can switch that thing to us.
He folded.
Well, it's not clear he folded. Usually when you fold, you throw your cards out. He had his cards in front of him, which is sort of weird. He had his cards in front of him like this, and all of his chips were not pushed out there as in an all-in situation. I don't think he had anything to lose on that one because he wasn't all in. 13 Shano says the boyfriend and girlfriend are in on it with Sophie. Maybe they poisoned.
Maybe. I didn't see them at all other than that one card I had.
So you said they were behind Sophie?
They were behind Sophie watching her play.
Earlier. And then they end up behind the magician. Mm-hmm. But why would she poison him then if she didn't know he was going to do something like that? I think eventually she poisons him.
Maybe the magician show is after they play cards.
That's what I'm wondering.
Because they went to the show after. Now, the detective is looking at them a lot of different times. Yeah. I think the detective is just trying to keep track of the Russian. Likely. I don't think he has any involvement.
But he did end up taking a picture of the magician. Maybe the detective is watching the magician. Maybe the magician is in trouble with stuff. So I don't know.
He could be.
I think boyfriend and girlfriend are definitely suspects. It looks like they're fighting. No, it doesn't look like they're fighting here. I mean, they're just eating their meal here. They just sort of look like background characters if we didn't know anything different. It looks like they're fine here.
Background is what you want if you're killing people.
Background is what you want, but that's too early to be killing people. He's got his arms crossed. She's got her hands, just out a little bit like that. Now, here's the thing. They look super happy at the dinner. Maybe they're super happy because they know they're going to kill him? Or does this take place... Are they still
wearing the same thing and you can't tell if she has pink nail polish?
They are wearing the same things they were wearing at the poker table.
All right.
Except the magician.
He's dressed up for his show.
The Russian is wearing the same thing he was. Sasha's wearing the same thing he was.
It's got to be before because he's not wearing the vest in the show, is he?
He is not wearing the vest in the show. He's wearing his jacket.
So it's got to be before, which is weird.
He's got a black bow tie when he's doing his magician stuff. He's wearing a red bow tie.
No, at the table he's got a plaid bow tie.
Oh, is it plaid?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing a red bow tie doing a show.
Yeah, it just seems weird. Like, he wouldn't change back into the plaid. So.
She kissed the magician. Boyfriend killed him.
I like it.
I like it.
Is there anything else pointing to the Russian doing it?
13 Shauna says the vest could be hidden under the jacket. I agree. The vest.
But he would have changed the bow tie.
No, not necessarily.
I would
because
say no.
That jacket comes way down.
Yeah.
Yes, the vest does, but not as much as that jacket. You would still see the edge of it, especially with him leaning back like that.
Yeah, I would say no because the bow tie also.
He changed the bow tie.
He wouldn't change back.
Bow tie's easy. Bow tie's easy.
No, he wouldn't change back into the other bow tie.
He might also be looking at Claudine at the poker table, the detective. Yeah, that is correct. Alex says, I think the two ladies conspired and maybe the detective is looking at Claudine from the one showing here. It is possible.
It doesn't look like he's looking
Claudine is clearly looking, she looks pissed. Sophie clearly looks pissed. I don't think the Russian and Sasha have anything to lose. Why did the red handkerchief change hands? Well, I mean, he was doing a trick. Here, the red handkerchief changes hands just because he's doing a trick.
Is there anything at the crime scene that points to the Vlad? Anything.
That points to the what?
To Vlad.
Vlad? I do not see anything at the crime scene
like
that points
to
Vlad.
Like a ring or a watch or like anything that just doesn't look like it belongs.
Now, here's the thing. I don't see anything he's drinking here. He's just dead. And that has got to be a red poker chip on him because it's the same size as all the other ones that are just spilled out everywhere. If the detective did it, I'm going to be just like gobsmacked. Well, yeah, I do think it's a Russian red herring, yes. Julie, what about the kings? Yeah, there were 5 kings. We know that happened. Tyven says, is that a reflection on the corner? This here, that is a reflection of something, but it's hard to see if there's anything there. I think it's just showing the bottom of the table there. A leg and a shoe. I think it's just the base of the table. I am not sure, but that is the detective's leg, obviously. Julie says, I think it's a piece of furniture. Yeah, probably. So, do we think we have enough? Do we think we have answered? Do we suspect the boyfriend and girlfriend enough to say, yes, we're going to include it in our theory? Are we going to say it's poisoning? I mean, I don't know why the pills would all be out and why he would not have a stab wound or a gunshot wound. The only method of death could be poisoning. Julia says no, but I want to know. She does. That's just her. She doesn't trust the boyfriend girlfriend.
Well, neither do I. I mean, I don't know.
And so, then do we think that the dinner came before or after?
I think it was before.
I almost think it was before because they're happy before, and then they get pissed at the.
I think it was before. Table. So these are my befores.
Poisoning, or what about strangulation? Do we know he is dead?
If he looks dead, he's probably
Well,
dead.
I mean, the adventure says one of them will not live to see the next day.
Well, so yeah, that's the only one pointing to that he's dead.
So the detective just happens across his body and takes a picture.
Well, that's what's weird. If it's in the lobby or if it's in a lounge, it's a common area.
Common area.
So it's not like it's a hotel room that we know.
It looks different from all of the other rooms that we've seen.
Yeah.
We know it says with his cell phone. Tyven says, was he drinking? We don't see him drinking at the poker table. We don't ever really actually see him drinking.
The magician?
The magician. We don't ever see him drinking.
He doesn't have a drink in the pictures.
He never has a drink. He doesn't have a drink in any of these.
What about the long scarf?
Does he ever have the long scarf? Who had the black and white stripe thing that you said?
Nobody. Oh, no, it was a sock.
Oh, it was just a sock.
I don't see any other black and white stripes anywhere.
So we're just wondering where that black and white striped thing goes.
It's on her turban.
What?
It's her hat thing.
This?
You think?
On which picture?
I mean, I kind of have a picture of it, but I mean, it's also on the cover here.
No, that's just feathers and...
No. It's definitely a rope type thing.
It is not what he has. What he has is different.
Okay. It looks like you could undo her hat.
Well, here's the thing.
And make it into a rope type thing.
I mean, she's got that still here. She's got that still here on what we might consider as the last scene. Did she strangle him with pearls? I don't see any strangulation marks on this dude, but then again, I can't see his neck.
Wow. I mean, her hat
His vest is undone.
Her hat thing looks like a black and white rope.
But it's always been like that. This is like an early picture. That looks nothing like black and white rope.
Okay.
This looks like a scarf. They're horizontal lines that are like finger thickness, like this.
Okay.
Black, white, black, white, black, white.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like a scarf. Pills are on the counter. Yes, that is correct. And they are spilled. Yes, that is correct. I fell down once when I drank. His vest is on his bed. Yeah, the vest that he's going to wear that night. Unless this is after everything and he didn't die. But, I mean, clearly someone died in this. Because otherwise, if nobody died, I will be shocked.
I think he died.
I think he died. I think he cheated and he died for it.
I mean, if the Russian did it, he would do a gunshot because
the Russian would gunshot him.
He's got guns.
Claudine would stab him with the knife. Sophie would kill him either with strangulation or with pills.
Yeah.
Unless she is just a pill junkie and she killed him with
as far as the other two, the couple...
Julie says, I give up.
Yeah, as far as the couple, I have no idea.
Is she wearing his robe? No, I don't think so. She is still suspect number one, I agree.
I think we should go with the story.
All right, here it goes.
My befores. Or my earlies.
Your befores. My befores. Oh, this was also a before, sadly. Go to the overhead. This is also a before. So here we go. Claudine Briand is in her room, getting ready for a special night. In half an hour, she will be having dinner with her friend Sophie. She's brought several dresses, but she still doesn't know which one to wear. However, she has already chosen her nail polish for tonight, and she takes her time to get the perfect manicure while she ponders her options for the perfect outfit. Sophie LeBlanc has been sitting by the dresser during the last 2 hours, applying makeup, trying out different hairstyles, and playing with her turbans. She's opened the jewelry boxes she always brings with her when she travels, as she's been trying a variety of jewelry combinations for the evening. Choosing clothes has always been easy for her. As for the rest, well, that's a different matter. Sophie's been practicing her poker skills to play in the casino with Claudine, but she feels nervous. That's why she's taken a couple of anti-anxiety pills before dinner. Vladimir Lavrov is an important Russian businessman. He always travels with his bodyguard, a man named Sasha, who is never but a few meters away. A couple of loaded guns in case he gets into trouble, and a bottle of vodka from his mother country. While Sasha gets ready for dinner, Vladimir takes a drink to whet his appetite. Brad Clayton is Juan's stage name, a magic aficionado who earns a living by performing shows with his ringmaster jacket and a handful of tricks. The show starts in a few minutes in the casino restaurant. After the performance, he intends to invest part of his wages on the poker table. He's already preparing the game with a deck of cards that rests on the table. What deck of cards?
He's got a GDM games on the table. So funny.
Is that Sambazuru?
No, it's
Shikoku.
It's the racing one.
This is a deck of cards. This is a deck of cards.
Along with the Instacrime set 1.
Oh, is that Instacrime set 1?
Yes.
And that's Shikoku.
Yes. I should have got this picture because I could
Dang
see
it.
all that.
I could not see. We could not see it.
Yes.
So the question is, did we get the 1 point for that?
And 2 Sherlock games.
The question is, I'm not sure. I don't think we got all of that. I am not certain we can say we got all of that.
I don't know.
Well, let's go on with scene 2.
Scene 2 is what you think is at the dinners.
So let's pull these up.
This is clearly the same spot.
This is definitely it. There's still time until the casino opens its doors and our guests stop at the restaurant. Brad is performing a trick with several metal rings as part of his show. Attentively watched by Vladimir, no. While Sasha eats by his side. I disagree. He is not watching.
Who?
I guess he's sort of watching him. I thought he was talking with Sasha.
Well, but he's also
I guess he's watching. We can see Detective Greg Johnson in the background. He's having a drink with the bottle still on the table. Greg is not working today. Sophie and Claudine are telling stories while they dine. They're having such a good time they don't even pay attention to the show. We can see Alan and Lana in the background drinking a toast at a separate table. The detective is also visible from this angle. He seems to be keeping an eye on the Russians. All right, I would say we get that one.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Scene 3. 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Oh. So.
Everything but the final one. This is the final one, actually.
Yeah, I'm like, that
have all of
happens
these.
after everything else.
You have all of these.
So this, and this.
We can identify Sophie LeBlanc by her bracelets and her rings. She has 2 pairs, 6s over 4s. That's the best hand she's had the whole night, so she decides to go all in and bet all the money she has left. In front of her sit Brad and Jack, the croupier, who look at her inquisitively. Vladimir must be sitting on her side as we can discern the suit of his inseparable Sasha.
Yep.
We identify Brad Clayton's hand by his ring.
Yeah.
As well as by his position regarding Sophie.
Yeah.
There's a good bunch of money on the table, even if Vladimir hasn't decided whether he wants to bet. Brad has a full house, kings over aces, so it's probably the best time to make his final move. In the background, we can see the couple from the restaurant at a nearby table. Finally, we identify Claudine by her red fingernails. She has a full house, queens over 5s. Her friend Sophie has already bet everything she had left, so she decides to do the same and goes all in. See, these chips are not visible on mine.
Yeah,
They scooch them all over. The croupier scooches them. If things go wrong, she will have another drink with Sophie. If she wins as she suspects, the night will have been worth her time. Right in front of her, we can see Vladimir pulling his mustache and looking sideways. Vladimir is not happy about how things have turned out. The magician's show was somehow disappointing. A strange man is staring at everyone. And now he's sitting at a poker table with two beginners and the magician. No one has played real money until this one last game, so it will be better for him not to bet, even if he has 3 kings.
Yep.
Scene 4.
We knew that was last.
Brad wins the game with his full house and stores the chips in the suitcase. It's a good time to withdraw. It doesn't look like the girls will keep playing. Vladimir has realized that Brad had a king of hearts on his hand. But Vladimir himself is still holding an identical card, another king of hearts. It seems that Brad is more skillful with the cards than with the rings. Well, here we go.
With the rings?
He's more skillful with the cards than with the rings, the ring trick.
Oh. Okay.
He's not a very good magician. These need to be slightly higher res. I agree. They are not very high res pictures. These are fine, though. The one we couldn't see was the deck of cards on the table. So that happens. Scene 5.
Yeah. I'm going to see this.
Vladimir possesses a strong sense of honor. Even if he hasn't lost a penny on the game, he feels compelled to send his loyal Sasha to kill Brad. The magician must be punished. Some minutes later, Detective Johnson finds the body in a discreet corner of the casino. After all, he will have to work tonight. Photo 12. But how does he kill him? It was not a revolver shot or anything. So, I mean, yeah, he realized there was too many kings. And, yeah, he was probably the only one who could have known. Dang it.
Yeah, I mean, so how did he
kill him?
They didn't say?
They didn't say. They
What?
did not say how
What?
he killed him. But yeah, I thought, so whoever killed him didn't need the money. They just wanted to kill him. So
Yeah, but
we were totally incorrect.
I guess.
Julie says, this game is meh.
Well, that
13 Shano says strangulation.
It was definitely a weak ending, especially without a full reasoning.
I mean, I probably should have thought, oh yeah, the Russian probably killed him because he's the only one who knew
he was cheating.
that he cheated because he put his hand in front of him and not. See, the thing is, if he folds, he should toss his hand in. I think that's where the picture is incorrect because the hand is still in front of him as if he is yet to play. You see this here? He's got his hand in front of him, not thrown. Normally you throw your cards out here when you're done, when you folded. And I think that this is an incorrect picture.
I agree. There's no way.
Tyvin says, I'm going to play this game with my group and look so smart now. And like the magician, you're going to get one over on them.
Yeah, I'm confused. Like, how did he, like, I don't know.
So I'm not sure we solved the biggest part of the case.
No.
But we did have at least two of them fully correct.
True.
And maybe 3 of them.
Yeah.
We did not have this. We did not have this one. We did not have the middle one, the ending at all.
No. So what, did we get like 3 out of 5 or something?
We got 2 or 3 out of 5, which is you've solved the biggest part of the case, but you had to push yourself to the limit. Not really. So here are the different ratings. I don't feel like we solved the case.
Well, but so we knew that there was cheating going on by the magician. So I feel like we knew that, but we weren't thinking it was actually Vlad who did it.
We weren't thinking. We thought Vlad was just a red herring. So yeah.
Like, he was folding anyway. There's no real reason to kill the magician. Just don't play with the magician again. Yeah,
13 Shano said when you fold, you don't have to show your cards, but yeah, they get tossed into the center of the table. We got motivations wrong. Agreed.
Yeah.
I think this would have been better GDM, if you asked questions like in the Sherlock game, I think that just knowing what goes on in the scenes is not enough. Right. I mean, I think you're on the right path.
Right. But I thought it would be more like I thought they were gonna add like questions like that.
Right.
Who was responsible for
the death? That would have been far superior. And we would have got it wrong. Because I don't feel like we solved the biggest part of the case. Yet our score would indicate that. I think you should say which of these scenes came first. And have 4 scenes. The hotel room, the dealer room, the lounge, or the restaurant. Which of these 4 came first? Yeah. That would be worth a point. Do like you did in the Sherlock things. Why was the murder committed? Because the killer lost money, because the killer has a high sense of honor, because the killer was asked to do it by his boss.
Right.
The person who sent him to kill has a high sense of honor.
Right.
But the killer was Sasha but the thing is, you don't know that it's Sasha that killed him.
Right.
It could have been Vlad. But anyway.
Right, but
that sort of question, I think, would have been, I think it needed questions. And need to piece these facts together. The facts do not tell the story. The story tells the story. And I think asking multiple choice questions, like you do in Sherlock, would be the way to go on Instacrime.
I think so too.
And you need to incorporate the scenes in there too. Where was Sophie before the murder? She was in the restaurant. She was in her
at the poker table.
At the poker table. She was in her hotel room. Something like that. Or where was she after the murder? The answer, we don't know. If you think you'd say, in the hotel room or in the restaurant. And then you've got stuff out of order, and that's minus up that you don't get the point for that. So I think that if you want us to create them for you, send us the Instacrime, and I will. So that's what I do for a living. I create test questions. I could create these questions for you guys.
Yeah.
Let us know, and we will help you with that.
But I actually still really like the game. I know that it still probably needs a little bit of work on scoring.
Yeah.
But
I like what it's trying to do.
Putting things in order, talking it out, not knowing what you guys are seeing, and trying to figure out what's going on. I think that's all really fun. Hopefully you had fun talking it out with us, even though Julie said meh. But
they're saying that the motive was sort of weak. No, I can understand where if you lost no money, you would be like, you know what? This man is without honor. Kill him. I could see that.
Yeah,
I mean this dude is obviously
clearly cheating.
Yeah, I mean
and it probably means he's done it before.
Yeah, but I mean this Russian guy, clearly he's not a good guy. So he will kill someone just for saying, you know what, this guy's a cheater, kill him. I could understand that. I was going more concrete, and it wasn't concrete. It was more sense of honor.
Right.
But I should have thought about that as like, if Sophie was not an aristocrat, I would have said that it was for the money. But it's clearly the chips weren't taken. So I should have, I don't know. Julie says, I find it a bit too much stereotype and it is too far-fetched. But the concept itself is fine. But yeah, I'm more than willing to help out with the questions on these things. I could have come up with 10 questions that could have been done for this. Why did the magician win? What hand did Claudine have?
Right. Can you remember these things?
Yeah, can you remember what these things were?
Queens over fours.
Queens over fours. Or queens over fives. So it was queens over fives. Why did why did Sophie lose the hand? Because the magician cheated? No, because someone else already had something bigger than her. She lost the hand because she had 2 pair.
Yeah,
she didn't lose
the hand.
hand.
Garbage hand.
She had a garbage hand.
But
a mob guy not taking money? Yeah, that happens all the time. I mean,
he doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it,
and it's dirty at that point. I suppose.
It's a lot of mobsters. If you believe all of the shows and everything out there, they have a high sense of honor, but it's to their family usually. Clearly, this guy saw that this guy had, was cheating other people. And was like, take him out. And a mobster would be perfectly the one who would say, take him out and have no problem with it on his soul, because he's probably done a lot of things like this before.
But I mean, I think, both females would have taken the money.
Yeah, if they had killed him. But I was trying to read way too much into it. I should have just thought straightforward.
Probably. So that was Instagram.
But yeah, I think questions are the way to go on this GDM. Mm-hmm. I know you might not want to copy what Sherlock does. I think it's totally different than what Sherlock does because it's just pictures.
Right.
So.
Right. So good. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, the first one needed extra work. I think it's getting there.
I think it's getting. Everyone is getting. I think it will get better and better as time goes on.
So I really like it. I like that the use of photography.
Of course. You're the photography girl, so yeah.
Yeah, it's clever for me. So I'm glad we could play it with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Hopefully you enjoyed it enough.
Yeah, and if you did like it, there is the other one, the first one, and then the third one I think I saw coming out somewhere. I don't know where I saw that, but I saw it somewhere. Number 3. Instacrime number 3. This is number 2.
And it may be out by the time some of you see this video. So
yeah,
definitely worth checking out Instacrime by GDM.
Yeah, it's fun.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.